Hi, I'm Little Iridium. Hope you're doing all right today. It's album review time. Now, I really don't want to do an album review from the car, but there's going to be a lot of that going on this week, especially. I've got not only this album review to do, I've got to listen to another 4 or 5 albums and do the reviews this week while I'm at work full time. So it's just the way it is. I really don't want to do it. I think an album review shouldn't be done in the car. I don't mind reactions, but it's just the way I'm going to get this, all this stuff out to you guys and my views on all the new releases. So we're looking at Kissin Dynamite, Not the End of the Road. So this album came out last Friday, 21st of January on Napalm Records, the 7th studio album from this German heavy rock, sometimes bordering on metal band, I would say. This album was produced, recorded and mixed by a guy called Johann Braun and mastered by Jacob Hansen, who does a lot of really good stuff, including Volbeat. Great producer as well, Jacob Hansen. And Johann Braun and Jacob Hansen have done a brilliant job on this album to make it sound absolutely fantastic. It's got loads of energy behind it, loads of groove. It's, you know, it takes a good production also to get that. It's not just what the band do. This is a brilliant sounding album, just to let you guys know for starters. This is full of really catchy songs, sometimes quite heavy, sometimes not so heavy, loads of groove to it. There's huge anthemic choruses with that great production as well, sort of jump out the speakers at you with that huge choruses. It's sort of fun. A lot of the songs are really fun, rocking, 80s metal, you would say, with a slightly sleazy edge to some of it, not all of it, and sometimes a slight modern feel as well. So they're not completely stuck in the 80s. I mean, as soon as you hear a catchy chorus, you shouldn't think that's an 80s band. Lots of bands now have got catchy choruses, and I'm as guilty as anyone for saying 80s all the time, but they've got a definite slightly modern edge to them as well, which is a very cool thing to have, and it sets them apart. They're not just trying to emulate what we had in the 1980s. They're doing their own thing as well. Let me run you through the band. You've got Johann Braun on vocals, absolutely amazing vocalist. He's got a really cool vibe about him as well. If you look at all the videos that I've been reacting to, absolutely great to watch him as well as hear his great voice. Andy Braun on the guitar, Jim Muller on the guitar. These guys are fantastic. They swap in and out doing leads, twin lead parts. Very riffy, this album. This is a guitar driven album. There's not even a keyboardist mentioned, although I think there is slight keys in it sometimes, but this is real guitar stuff, guys. Stefan Howe and Sebastian Berg complete the lineup on bass and drums. Absolutely fantastic. They really got a sort of pounding rhythm to them, a great groove, just what you need in this melodic hard rock, bordering on metal sort of stuff. So I do run through my favourite tracks, but let me tell you guys, this is an absolutely fantastic album. You've probably heard quite a few of the songs off it already. I mean, I know they've released 4 or 5 singles, but there's some great gems on this album, apart from the singles. Let me run you through my favourite tracks. This is not the end of the road. This is the start of the album, the first song, the title track, the first single. Reacted to this one. Great rocker to open up, medium to fast paced, I would say. Sort of one of the faster songs on the album. Really chuggy, excellent guitar verses and a very catchy, uplifting chorus to start the album off. What Goes Up. What goes up must come down. This was another single, really fun, medium paced rocker in there. It's got a very sleazy feel to it. I said that some of these songs have. It's the kind of track you would definitely hear from a sort of harder edged hair metal band of the 80s, I would say. You know, it's got more of a rocky sort of sound than a lot of the bands did then. Only the Dead is the next track I want to talk about. I love this song. Another cool rocking track that has a slight feel of some of the sort of Scandi acts that you hear. I know these guys are German, but they sort of got a slight sort of Scandi feel to this song. A brilliant chorus with this is one that's got a slight modern edge to that chorus. Absolutely fantastic song. Yoko Ono. Really fun. This band are about fun a lot in a lot of their tracks, and this song is a load of fun. Check out the video too. Absolutely brilliant. Just puts a smile on your face. It's rocky. It does rock, but it's a real fun listen. You can't help but smile when you listen to it. Coming Home. This was another single. Shades of classic Bon Jovi for me here. And listen, Bon Jovi haven't made a decent record in years and years and years, in my opinion. But back when they were good, they were fucking good. And this song especially, Coming Home, has shades of Bon Jovi here. Even vocally, you know, when they could write a decent song, Bon Jovi, this sort of thing, oh, you could imagine them writing. Very melodic, catchy, with an 80s edge, you could say. An absolutely huge song, one of my favourites. Gone for Good. It's a really cool ballad, a brilliant acoustic-led track that sort of glides beautifully along, sort of slowly introducing guitar and strings as the song goes on. A great heartfelt track. Defeat It, another great riffy track which has a sort of a stomp to it, a brilliant stomp. And yeah, you guessed it, a really fucking catchy chorus. A real fun listen as well. Absolutely brilliant, Defeat It. And the last song I want to talk about is Voodoo Spell. Again, for me, has a slight Bon Jovi feel to it, with some great twin guitar work on it as well. Some great melodies throughout. A huge, huge uplifting chorus that, again, has a slight Scandi feel to it. Scandinavian band feel. I mean, these do sound different than those Scandinavian bands. For one, they're German. They're a bit more raw. You know, there's not many keys, like I said, on this album. It's a guitar-driven album. It's a stomper. It's got loads of groove. And it's got huge, huge choruses. Definitely recommend this one, guys. It's available everywhere now. Kissin Dynamite, not the end of the road. Absolutely fantastic, solid album. I'll see you next time.